Hey, Gary here. Welcome to Book Mob episode 101. Today I'm going to have a brief discussion about this new book by Andy Stumpf called DrownProof. Now, Andy Stumpf is a former SEAL, US Navy SEAL, who has a very, very popular podcast called Cleared Hot. And I read this book not as a self-help book, but more as an entertaining memoir. It's very well written. It's easily digested, and it's not a what I would say. It's definitely not as a self-help book. But when you look at the title, DrownProof: 8 Life Lessons to Keep Your Head Above Water. It kind of falls into that sort of category of self-help. But there's much more to it than that. Andy Stumpf kind of relays experiences from his life, some positive, some negative, and in those experiences he charts a lesson to be learned. The irony is, if you'd watch Cleared Hot, Andy Stumpf's very, very popular podcast, he's very big on downplaying his successes and his abilities. I mean, he's flown jets, he's done base jumping, he's done, obviously, parachuting. He's done, he broke the world record for the longest flight in wingsuits, I think around 2015. Yet he proclaims himself a regular, normal bloke. Clearly he isn't. I mean, he is someone who's obviously very focused, someone who is very intelligent, someone who has goals and meets them. He is not a loser. He's not a regular human being. He is someone who is very, very capable. He's very efficient. And I don't know why he kind of spends so much time telling everyone else how much of a normal bloke he is. I mean, the amount of effort it takes to become a jet pilot, to become a Navy SEAL, to become a wingsuit record breaker, a base jumper, an owner of a coffee shop. I don't know what it is. This is not the normal, regular bloke that he continually tells everyone, oh, I'm stupid, I'm dumb, I don't have an education. But obviously he must have something. I don't know what it is. I was in the military for 4 years, and I certainly would consider myself one of the dumb morons. And Andy, with his bravery, his courageous actions as a SEAL in the GWAT, he got wounded, and not only did he survive his wound, he continued his training, he continued being a SEAL. So the thing that gets me about Andy Stumpf is that he writes this book, DrownProof, and he presents stories about his failures and his successes, and he tries to tell you, to overcome them. And it's a great read. He says a lot of stuff that is perfectly, perfectly normal for a young person maybe entering the military and deciding on what they want to do. He does direct you towards, doing your best, being the best that you can be, and overcoming challenges, because I don't think he understands that not everyone can overcome challenges. This is the issue with me, is that DrownProof: 8 Life Lessons to Keep Your Head Above Water is a very, very great examination of an individual, and that individual being Andy, who has been extremely successful in many aspects of his life, though he does talk about his divorce and his lack of connection with his children during various times. But the irony is he remarried and he has successfully connected with his children. So he's not a loser. He's not normal. He's not normal. Andy Stumpf is a high achiever. And that's why publishers have said, hey, Andy, can you write us a book? They don't ask people who do shit to write books. Andy, and again, this has got nothing to do with hard work, with achievement, with challenges, with overcoming challenges. It's got nothing to do with that. Because, yeah, like Andy says, there's thousands of people who do that. But we don't live in a world of thousands. We live in a world of billions. And the idea that Andy is a normal bloke is really not, it's full of shit, really. I mean, the guy is an overachiever. He's successful. He's powerful. He's strong. He is someone who can write a book called DrownProof, 8 Lessons of Life to Keep Your Head Above Water, because if any one of us, the losers, wrote a book, it would not sell. So is it worth reading? Fucking oath it is. It's totally worth reading. It's a good book. It does give you some insight into the brilliance of Andy Stumpf. It gives you an insight that, yes, he may think that everyone can become a SEAL, but no one can. No, it's a very, very specialist role. How many people can fly fucking jet planes? Very few. How many people can wing jump? Very few. Because he has the capacity, the hard work, the challenge to overcome the necessities in order to be successful at those endeavors. Whereas most people have trouble paying rent, tying their shoelaces, and thinking whether or not they should have a second six-pack during the day. So as a book it's a memoir, it's not a self-help book, it's a great book to read about a very successful human being who has worked hard, who has been challenged by some of the most, like being shot in the fucking hip and overcoming that and actually going back on service. I mean, that is not your regular bloke. And I really enjoyed the book. I read it very quickly, and I do recommend it for young. I would recommend this for young people who are looking towards their future. Andy Stumpf has a lot of answers for you for questions that I think you have. Anyway, great book. I did rate it, I think, a 5 stars on my Goodreads review. And even though I do like humble people, I do have a resistance to people who keep saying they're humble and normal when they're clearly not. He is a superior human being. He has achieved so much more than the regular people. And again, that has got nothing to do with, it's not criticizing his hard work, his challenges, his power, his status. That's because who he is. He has achieved so much. He should just be fucking happy that he's done so much good in his life. And that's why he wrote the fucking book. So that he can say, even you can try a little bit better. Anyway, that's good. I'm just finishing reading Jack Womack, Random Acts of Senseless Violence. I don't know. It's a diary of a young girl who's going through a tumultuous political and social change in her life, and it's kind of creepy, some parts of it. I find it uncomfortable, but I'm still going because I want to see what happens in the end. And I did finally finish Time After Time by Carl Alexander about Jack the Ripper in 1979 San Francisco. So good books, good reading. Anyway, keep reading, buy books, read books, borrow books, but give them back. Go to the library. Don't steal books. Go to secondhand bookshops. Check out authors you've never heard of, and just read. Anyway, have a good week, and I'll see you on the next episode of Book Mob.